Yo. What's up, people? I'm hanging and stuff. Very ghetto. Straighten this up for y'all. There we go. Man, what's up, man? I'm going live tonight. This is another ask me whatever y'all want to ask type of live. It's a Friday night. A lot of people probably out enjoying doing their Friday night things. Which I may go to a little bar. It's only 11 o'clock here where I'm at. I may walk to a little neighborhood bar and have me a drink and digress a bit. But I'm here now. So I'm here to answer any questions. I'm going to give y'all some time to hop in the box. I wish I had some copyright-free music to play right now, but I don't. Yeah. Let's see who out there. Let's see who's out there. I didn't put this one out in my group either. I didn't tell anybody I was about to go live. But I'm going to post it now just because I'm here. As a matter of fact, what we'll do is we'll do this. Yep, we'll go here. I'm going to add. Wait a minute. Bam. Wait a minute. There we go. There we go. There we are. All right, I got that together. Bam, let's move that. We are good. Y'all all out partying on this Friday night, huh? Nobody hopped in the box. Episode 2. Bam. Anybody in the box? Anybody in the box? Ask me anything you want to know. Anything you'd like to know, real estate wise, surplus funds wise, just ask the question. Just ask it. Let's see. Let me post this and I will be right to you guys. That's not there. All right, there we go. On YouTube. There we go. There we go. What's it gonna be? I know y'all got some questions, man. This for my this live, these like Friday and Saturday night lives, I'll probably be doing for the next couple of months. Is really to see where the real warriors at, the people that's really in the lab, the people that's really studying. And not to saying you're not a warrior if you're not in the lab on Friday nights. Maybe you take that time to relax, or you do your weekend thing with the family, or you do the weekend thing with yourself, or you take time from your 9 to 5. But there is a subset of people out here that thoroughly just enjoy working. They enjoy getting shit done. That is their pleasure. Now, it's not that those people don't travel or go out. They typically do it when they feel like doing it versus doing it to feel good, if that makes sense. If that makes any sense to anybody. So yeah. Any real estate questions y'all got? Let me know. I'm gonna be in this box. I'll probably give it to like 10-15 minutes. I actually even got me a little drink here, guys. Like, you know, like I said, you don't got to be stiff because you're working. Drink it out of my son's Spider-Man cup. I guess it's probably not recommended. Go, boom. Got me a little drink. Bam. I didn't hear any fears from that. What's up, man? Whoever in the box. I'm just here tonight doing a ask me anything type of live. So any questions that you got in regards to surplus funds or real estate, just let me know. Hop in, let me know if you got any questions. If you ain't got no questions, it's cool. Keep moving. This ain't that type of live. We're not in here doing you know, the entertainment stuff. I'm not an entertainer. I'm an educator. You know, and this education so happens to be free. So much free game out here. Realistically, if you don't want to get a bag, it's because you don't really care about it. It's fine, you don't have to care about it, but let's not complain and act like access to information is not not available to us. It's available to us all. I got my first deal off YouTube, $40,000. Yeah, simple as that. Took me like 45 days, made $40,000. Hadn't looked back ever since. Maybe that should be like the title of every video. Hey, I made, oh, not title, but the intro to every video. Hey, welcome to this video. My name is Dexter, and I made $40,000 within 45 days on my first real estate deal, and I hadn't looked back ever since. Oh, I think I like that. Y'all should thumbs up this video if y'all like that intro. Well, I was done. How is this Coke flat? I literally just bought this Coke. This is weird. This is why I don't drink this devil's juice. Oh, y'all silent out there tonight. Y'all silent. Y'all silent. What's up? Somebody just hopped in the box. I'm doing an ask me anything. If you got any questions about real estate, wholesaling, surplus funds, anything about real estate, just put your question down there in the box. If I can answer it, I'll answer it honest. I don't have anything to sell you. I make money from what I do in my everyday business. So I don't have to sell stuff to people because I provide value to many. So ask away. Who's ever in the box? The one person. And if the question is what I'm drinking, I'll tell you if you like the video. So I'm taking it you don't have any questions. So I will tell you a little bit about how I structure my business in regards to just making money, just keeping the lights on, being able to pay the bills, the basic stuff. Not none of the confusing stuff, or I'm not gonna say confusing, but not none of the stuff that's like business credit or lines of credit or standard operating procedures or building a pipeline or anything like that. I will just tell you simply what I worry about in my business, or not what I worry about, what I do to make sure money's coming in. And I'm always a salesman in my business. I'm the number one salesman in my business. That's because I have to make sure that I can take care of me and my family appropriately. So I make sure, along with training my team and along with having a CRM and managing all that good stuff and dumping a lot of money into it, I make sure I maintain deals in the pipeline that I reach out to, that I make calls from a whole nother number. Um, just like we all started. So once you acquire a couple of skills to make money, you can then focus on building your business because you know you can always make money. One of the top ways I do it is mobile homes. Uh, excuse me, guys. I'm sorry. I had like a 4-hour training with my research team tonight. One of the top ways I keep money coming in my business is mobile homes and surplus funds. I do wholesale a couple of houses and vacant lots. However, I don't focus on it too much. We are working on a strategy to get more wholesale leads in via PPC. So, yeah. But anyway, I just focus on mobile home and surplus funds. That's how I keep money coming into my business. Keep the lights on. Keep able to take care of my family, son's birthday, girlfriend this, birthday that, holiday this, all that good stuff. So once you figure out some skills to actually just pay yourself, make sure you got some money. Not worried about the LLC. We not worried about none of that stuff. We talking about the basic things you can do to say, hey, I got a $10,000 deal lined up, and then I got $6,000 lined up here. Maybe I'm a little broke in between time, but I have the cash lined up to get. Once you get there and you're comfortable there, then you can build a business. Because it's hard to build a business and worry about paying your light bill at the same time. Some people can do it, some can't. But that was just a little tip I wanted to throw in there. If y'all got any questions, that's what this live about. Ask me any questions that you got right there in the box. Yeah, for anybody that's just hopping in, the other two people that just came in, I was giving a little story on what I do to keep money coming in my business, and that's mobile homes and surplus funds. But this live is specifically about any questions that you guys may have about the surplus funds industry, wholesaling, mobile homes, vacant lots, mortgages, notes, I don't know, wraparound mortgages, subject to owner financing, pre-foreclosures, tax sale lists, anything you got questions about, just let me know in the box, Well, I appreciate that like. Look at that. Those are great odds. I got a like with like only 2 people, 3 people in the box. Whoever just hopped in, this is an Ask Me Anything type of live. In regards to surplus funds or the wholesaling industry, real estate in general. So if you got any questions about that business, just put them in the box right there next to it. How I make money, how I got my business structure, anything like that. Anything like that. Let's see if I can find some copyright free music to kind of just put on in the background while we sit here. I will give it to, we about to be 15 minutes in. I'm gonna give it to about 11:30. Is sub 2 better than wholesaling? It's I forget the word. I was gonna say conundrum, but I don't think that's the word. It's an oxymoron. I think that's an oxymoron. I wholesale sub 2 deals. So I think the question you're asking is it better to wholesale sub 2 deals, or is it better to wholesale cash deals? If that's what you're asking, just like put a 1 up there to make sure I'm answering the question right. I just put a 1 in the box. I would say it's better to wholesale sub 2 deals. I would say it's way better to wholesale sub 2 deals or owner financing deals. Way better. Way better. I sell those deals. Those deals go like $5,000 down. I sell it for $15,000 down, and maybe sometimes I put myself in a position to where I get some of the cash flow, but I'm definitely gonna get paid up front. Uh, Sub two deals is many ways you can sell those. I actually got something I do with some homeowners to let them know, hey, we have a program to actually keep you in your house if that's something you're interested in. If you're interested in keeping your house, there's a program I have to where we figure out what your reinstatement amount is. We figure out what your principal, your PITI and the principal balance is, and what we'll do is we'll catch that amount up and sell the house back to you. And then we get into the details about it. But basically, just to give you a walkthrough of what that deal looks like, the last one I did, the guy was behind $30,000. Well, he his reinstatement amount was $30,000. He owed the bank like $120,000. The property was valued at like $400K. I wrote the deal up to reinstate the loan and sell the house back to him for $60,000 more. Okay, so he deeds the house over to me. I reinstate the loan, pay the 30 grand. Now the loan is in good standing, but the house is in my name. So I sell it to him for $60K more than what he owes. So he owed 120. So now he owes 180 in all, but he owes the bank 120, and now he owes me $60K on top of that 120, which is $30,000 back that I put into it. Plus, I'm gonna make $30,000 with an interest rate on it. But I put that deal together and I sold it to one of my partners for $7,500. So I wholesaled that deal. I think those deals are a lot easier to wholesale. Yeah, I have a lead in Houston. If they not down for cash offer, I was going to offer sub two, but I'm not too familiar with. So just understand, Denise. Do you have a script for sub two or have agreements? I don't. I'll answer that second. Let me answer the first one, Denise. Um, Sub two. So when people be like, "Oh, I'm not familiar with sub two," understand sub two is just two words, subject to. So like subject to the existing finances, subject to the lien, subject to this, subject to you having yellow dandelions in your yard, or I don't buy the house. That can be in there, subject to. So subject to is whatever the property or the contract or the agreement, rather, I'm sorry, whatever that agreement is subject to. So when you're saying buying, you don't know if you're gonna offer them a subject to, you don't know the circumstances of that deal to even offer a subject to. Do they have a mortgage? Do they have a debt to actually take over subject to? Or if the house is free and clear, then you're not doing a subject to deal. You're doing an owner financing deal. That's not subject to. That's owner financing. So that's when they literally become the bank. So whoever that homeowner is, if they want $350,000 cash, you can say, hey, I can't. My cash number. Honestly, we're really far apart. I don't think I'll probably be the best buyer for you. My number is way below that. I was thinking more so 195 cash. And maybe they blow you off. Maybe they say, hey, I can't do 195, but I could do 230. Well, you just got a $100,000 discount almost or something like that. So that would be good to bring them down on cash. But now that they've came down, you can double back and say, I tell you what I could do. I could give you 350 grand based on, obviously you want to look at what Zillow says as far as the market value, just to get an idea of it. I can maybe give you 350. But you would be in the position of the bank. So I would give you a certain amount down and a certain amount monthly, and I'd be responsible for the taxes, the maintenance, the insurance, things like that. You just sit back, collect the check, and I pay you for the property for the next, I don't know, however long you want to do it, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 50 years if you like. So that's how you can kind of have that conversation with them. That's how I had a conversation with them. It sounds a lot better than that. But yeah, do you have a script for sub two? I don't have a script. think about real estate like this. All right, think about real estate like this. When you're calling people, number one, you should know what type of list you're calling, or when you're sending mail, have you doing it. So I reach out to a lot of pre-foreclosures. That's really, honestly, all I reach out to is pre-foreclosures. I don't really care about anything else. Tired landlords, I let other people fight over them. If I'm gonna spend my time spending money on skip tracing and taking my time to call them and all that, I'm calling people that I know have problems, tax liens, pre-foreclosures, adjudicated properties. That's what we call it in Louisiana. Other places call it different things. But I'm calling people that have problems. That's the point. So when I'm reaching out to people, I'm typically having a conversation with them. I'm not calling them with the, hey, my name is Dexter, calling with Carter Investment Properties. I was just, we buy 2 to 3 houses in the area. I was just reaching out to see what you'd be interested in, cash off on your property. I don't necessarily do that. So if I'm reaching out to David, I'm like, oh, hey, David. Yeah, this is David. Yeah, David, this is Dexter, man. My wife and I, we were in the area and we saw a property that we think you own. Oh, what's the property? It's on Main Street, 123 Main Street. Yeah, I own that property. What about it? Well, honestly, man, we looking to get our first flip or run a property or something like that. We're not 100% sure. We've been to a couple of real estate seminars or whatnot, but my wife was really interested in the property. Just wondering, would you consider an offer on it? Well, what you got in mind? Well, honestly, like I said, we just got into the business. We looked at some stuff on Zillow. We kind of got a cash price in mind, but we hadn't saw it in person. Do you have a mortgage on the property? Yeah, I got a mortgage on it. Oh, okay, dang. What's okay? So, how much you owe? And we get into the conversation. Now I'm flowing. But that's how I get into the conversation. No, I don't have a wife. No, my wife wasn't in the area looking at the property. No, she didn't tell me about it. No, we didn't just get married. No, none of that. None of that. I just want to sound like a normal person reaching out to them. That's it. That's it. That's my goal. And we have a conversation about the circumstances. Nicholas, yeah, and you can position the surplus funds as well with Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, that's what I just had a 4-hour training with my researcher from my VA team. She'll be training the new VAs that we got coming on because we got some business funding lined up, and I'll be putting a slew of people out there. But yeah, you can definitely target surplus funds from the pre-foreclosure side. I just want people to understand that it is a process getting that check from the clerk of court when you're doing surplus funds. Like, it's a process. Like, I think in California, if you're getting a mortgage over, it could be like a year. Where I'm at, sometimes I get the check in 3 weeks, sometimes I get it in 2 months. I never waited longer than 2 months. I get a little worried when it's like 2 months. Like, I got one I'm waiting on now, and it's probably been we'll be coming up on 2 months in about 2 weeks. And I'm getting a little worried about it. They're like, oh, the judge hadn't so the motion was signed, but the judge hadn't signed the check. I'm like, but the check is cut, but the judge hadn't signed the check. Okay, so yeah, I'm a little worried about that one. In regards to sub two, to go back to sub two, guys, and like owner finance, I do think those deals are a lot easier to sell. By the way, whoever that is that just hopped in the box, ask any questions that you got right there in the chat on the chat side, and if I can answer it, I'll be sure to answer it. But back to the sub two stuff. I would much rather sell a sub two deal versus a wholesale deal. Now, a cash deal, I'm sorry, versus a cash deal. I would much rather sell a sub to an owner finance. The only difference is which I'm not poo-pooing on cash deals at all because I think cash deals are powerful. The biggest difference is you create your spread way different when you're wholesaling in cash. Like, the biggest wholesale cash deal I did was I made 35 grand, and I think the next one was like 20, and I had one that was like 15, and a couple that was like 7,500, 10 here. Now with my sub two deals, I've sold like 3 for $5,000 and like 2 for $10,000, and I think I sold one for 7,500. So it's basically I'm putting a price on that deal versus selling a spread in between. So if I got a deal $0 down, 0% interest, $300,000. First payment not due for 90 days. $850 a month. And the rent in that area is $2,000. I'm going to sell that deal for $30,000 easy. Easy. Somebody's going to give me $30,000 to walk into a 30-year mortgage at 0% interest at $850 a month. Now, that $300K that the seller might be getting, it might be $200,000 more than the property is actually worth. Right? That's the property is only worth $100,000. We giving you $300,000. But for you to get $300,000, I need favorable terms. And a landlord or somebody that's looking to cash flow, they don't care about the price, they care about the terms. So the terms are $0 down, 0% interest, first payment not due for 90 days, $850. They'll carry the note for 30, 35 years, however long it takes. And you can rent it for $2,000, $1,800 easy. I'm going to sell that deal for a premium. Give me 30 grand. Or get out of my face. I'll sell it to somebody else. There are many landlords that will take that deal. So that's why I think the power of being able to do owner financing and subject to is so strong, because you can create your deal based on the value and not necessarily based on the spread, if that makes sense. Any more questions, guys? Sub to mobile homes, anything y'all want to know? And if I answered y'all questions, man, like put a like in the box, or not a like, a one in the box. And if y'all want to share it, man, then shoot me a like. I mean, I don't really ask for likes a lot. Somebody told me I should, and I was like, man, I feel like if people like it, they'll organically like it. But he said, man, he was like, people like McDonald's fries. That doesn't mean that they don't make commercials for it. And I was like, oh, that's brilliant. So yeah, I should definitely ask people to like this. Appreciate that, whoever just liked it. I hope that made sense to you. Well, it made sense to me, because there's a lot of videos I watch on YouTube, and it's like, damn, I've gotten a lot more aware of it now that I have a page and I put so much time, effort, and energy into it. And it's like, man, I gotta start liking this people shit. Like a lot of people stuff that really helped me. I watch MG the Mortgage Guy. Like a lot of the people on his page, he had a guy on there talking about credit. I use his exact strategies. Now I'm finna get like $75,000, $100,000 in business funding in the next 2 weeks. I learned it on YouTube. Like I think a like is, the least I could do, to be honest, and a share. A like and a share. Like I'll be tagging that video in my description below, because I got value from it. So the person that provided that value to me, at the very least, I can share it with the world and shoot a like for them. I appreciate those likes, bro. I definitely appreciate it. And I don't have nothing to sell y'all. Like I'm not one of these gurus that got like a course or nothing. And I'm not knocking people that do. That's just not my lane. I do have a mentorship that costs $50,000, and if you want to be a part of it, I hold your hand. We're literally partners. Like we're gonna talk on the phone more than you talk with your girlfriend or your boyfriend. We're gonna be right there. If I can't hold your hand in person, we're definitely gonna talk on the phone a lot. You're gonna have to be available. And you don't have to give me the whole $50,000 up front. Whatever you can afford to give me up front, we could do that. And I bust every deal that you get down the middle with you. So if you make $20,000 on the first deal, we 10 and 10, and whenever you get to 50, you're done. Or if you want to keep partnering, then we can restructure the partnership and just move forward like that. Let's see. Are you taking on mentees? And I just like the video. Appreciate that, Nick. Yeah, I am. I only take on 4 a year. 1 a quarter, and we just got into this quarter. And make sure I'm right. Then for March, yeah. So we just got in. Well, we in the January, February, March. That's the first quarter. April, May, June. So yeah, I'm right. We're just ending the second quarter. So yes, I am taking on somebody else. I got 2 people right now. I only take 4 people a year. One of my first student, he has about 25,000. No, I'm lying. He has about 40,000 in deals, $40,000 in deals lined up within the next couple of months. But he got his first deal like in 40 days. He made $20,000. I'm sorry, $18,000. His name is Austin. Y'all will be doing the video pretty soon. But yeah, whatever you can afford to put down up front, and I don't take anybody's down payment. And if I take your down payment and I feel like you're not a good fit, I'm gonna give you your down payment back, because I'm not hurting for the money, but I'm also not going to spend my time on giving information that I paid for. Like, I paid $40,000 for this information. I charge 50,000 because I structure mine differently. I had to come with a certain amount up front. It was structured way different. So mine's just is a little more friendly to people that actually want to work and learn. Let's see. Are you okay? Last question. Yeah. So any more questions anybody got? Anything y'all want to know? Nicholas, you live in Arkansas, right? Let me ask you this, bro. How far are you from a rural area, RURAL, a rural area that has mobile homes? How far are you from that? Mobile homes. How far are you from a rural area? You said not far at all, bro. Listen, bro. Listen. You can make, if you have a market out there for it, like in Louisiana, we have a really strong Hispanic market for mobile homes. Really strong. They take pride in their mobile homes. So I work with them. Bryant, Arkansas has a nice size mobile home park. So parks are cool. I'm not poo-pooing on parks, but wholesaling them parks are a little different. You have to make sure that they're up to date on their lot rent, and some, just be different stuff you got to look out for. My first deal was in a mobile home park. I hadn't done one in a park ever since, but my first deal was in a mobile home park. But I get those deals through bandit signs, guys. Like, go to signstapler.com. Drop what y'all doing right now. All three people that's watching this, go to signstapler.com. Order you a sign stapler, okay? That stapler will enable you to put signs. It's imagine if this tripod had a stapler on the tip of it, and you can slide the sign in there. You write on the sign, because I like my signs handwritten. We buy mobile homes, and you slap it up on the pole 9 feet in the air where nobody can snatch it down. That's the problem. People snatch those signs down. People don't know that, but other investors snatch signs down. They write on them, they vandalize them, they do all type of shit to them, right? But if you can put it up really high, they just go right past it. So I go to more rural areas, and I will put up 100 signs, 200 signs within a weekend. And I know within the next month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, I'm going to make roughly $10,000 a month for the most part. If I go put up 200 signs in rural areas where there's mobile homes that, people are going to call me and be like, "Hey, I want to sell this mobile home." Because people, they upgrade like cars. Some, like the last deal I did with the mobile home, the guy said his daughter lived there. She got pregnant with her and her husband. They moved from there to Houston, as a matter of fact, and he wanted to get it off his land. He didn't want but $10,000 for it. I sold that mobile home for $25,000 in like 2 weeks to a family, and we met, me, the guy, his family, and the notary met at a coffee shop at like 10 in the morning, and he brought the cash. And when he brought me the cash, I gave him the deed. No, I'm lying. I'm doing that backwards. We met at the bank. The buyer met me at the bank and deposited 10 grand into my seller's account, because I had a contract with the seller saying they were going to get 10 grand. And then he gave me $15,000 cash with the notary right there. And then, like, we notarized everything. So that's how quick mobile home shit moves. Like that. Like, title work and all that shit is not the same. But when you're in a mobile home park, like, you can have liens because they didn't pay their lot rent, or they have some type of homeowners type of lien or something like that. So you will have certain issues. But for the most part, if you're talking to people that own their land and the mobile home, real good leads. Real good leads. Any more questions for me, man? Anything y'all want to know? Get my creative juices flowing. I'm really mad that Coke is flat. I feel like I bought that. I feel like I bought it flat. Okay, so just land with mobile homes on them. I'm pretty sure it's some around. Yeah, I mean, you putting the signs up. You want to focus on areas. Understand this. Understand this. If you're on the side of real estate where you're just trying to get in the game and make some money, then what you are, you're marketing. That's what you are. You're a marketing person. That is it. You're nothing more than a marketing person. You're not a real. I'm not a real estate investor. I don't. I would carry the title of that because I understand real estate. What are some of the best states to surplus in? I will answer that next. I would say I'm a real estate investor because I have bought real estate, and I had some cash flow where people was paying me a note and all that good shit. But in regards to your typical real estate investor, to where I'm a landlord, I got fix and flip property, I'm not that guy. I understand those deals. I understand the criteria as to how I should buy those deals. But no, so I would say you just need to focus on marketing to the mobile homes. That's it. Put your signs up. Nick buy houses. My daddy buy houses. You'll have to pay me for that because I'm in the process of copywriting that. Something my auntie buy houses. Just something that's catchy. Put it up and write it. Get the really big. Get this marker right here. Get this marker. The big joint. See that? And you hold it like this, and you're gonna write Nick buy mobile homes, any condition. Nick buys mobile homes, land for any condition. Any condition. That's what I put up. My signs say we buy mobile homes in any condition and land. Mobile homes and vacant land in any condition. So, or vacant land and mobile homes in any condition. I'm sorry. That's what I focus on, the marketing of it. The people gonna call you. You just gonna have to pull up on them, answer your phone, and pull up on them, and the deal's gonna come for sure. All right, I'm about to get ready to slide out of here, but I'm gonna answer your question, Denise, and I'm gonna wrap it up. So Denise, I got a program I'm putting together. The fact that you just asked me that, right? All right. I got a program I'm putting together. I doubt if y'all can see it. You see that? See right there where it says back. I got my brain and it says 50-50 backyard recovery program, and I got criteria: 50,000 minimum population. You must be mobile and coachable. Right? See that? If you're interested in getting in that, I will you will see me post about it. I will do a specific video talking about it. Just be sure to sign up. What that program is, it's basically saying I don't think that there's a best state or a best place to go do it at, because it's everywhere. Are there areas that have more activity in regards to the surplus funds being created? Of course. But in regards to surplus funds, yes, everywhere. Bankruptcy court, tax overages. Some states you can get them, some states you can't get them. But mortgage overages, all 50 states. You just have to understand the process on how to get the lead, nurture the lead, sign the lead up, and work with an attorney. So my 50-50 backyard program is whatever city or state that you, or whatever city or county you live in, or state that you live in, we're going to work that county's clerk's office. I will show you all of the stuff you need to do, the FOIA request, researching the leads, but you're going to have to go down to your clerk's office. You're going to have to use your sweat equity and your time, because that's what I did for 2 years to actually learn the business the way I learned the business. Nicholas, last question. Have you ever did a deal with a bank-owned home, and how did you do the deal? I don't do bank-owned homes. They're not bad deals. They're not bad deals at all. But bank-owned homes are not assignable. So you can't just do a contract with the bank, then go assign that contract to somebody else. they have a not assignable clause in their contracts. That's considered a REO property, real estate owned. Now, that doesn't mean that you won't get a great deal on it. You can get a great deal on one of those properties for sure, 100%. But you have to have the cash to close on it. I've never done those deals. Jerry Norton does a lot of those deals. A lot of investors turn to deals like that when the market starts to sour a bit, because that's a consistent market. It's just those, you just have to be a lot more liquid. That's really the only difference with those deals, to be honest. So you gotta be liquid, right? There we go. That's about it. So if I answered everybody's question, throw a one up in the chat. If I answered y'all question, if y'all got another one off top, just ask me. But other than that, I'm gonna tap out of here in like 5 minutes, unless y'all got another question or y'all put the one in the box. If y'all put the one in the box, I'm gonna tap out. If y'all don't, then I'm here. Cool. Nick got the one. Anybody else in the box got a one? Or the second person? Denise, possibly. If you got another question, Denise, that's fine. You can ask that too. I ain't trying to pressure you. Man, no problem, brother. I'm gonna be going live a lot more from here on out. It'll kind of be spontaneous, to be honest with you. It won't be a schedule just yet. But what I will do is post in the group before I go live. Thank you. I appreciate you, Denise. Thanks for watching, bro. Y'all, or ma'am, I'm sorry. Y'all definitely be cool. Y'all stay savvy, man. And I'm tapping out of here.